Hello students, I am Peush Arora and today we will discuss about the string handling in Java and string functions. So we will understand the use of strings in Java and their implementation in the program. Strings are handled or executed in Java in a very different way, and a string is a class in Java. The declaration of a string variable is however done in the same way as of other data types, with only difference that string class is mentioned before the variable to be declared. The string variables can be declared and also an string object can be declared as well. So Java strings are objects which have some common properties of primitive data types and can be used to assign a string, that is multi-character data. So here we have the example. We have a string as a data type or a class with capital S for string. NAM here is a variable which is called a string variable. So here string is a class and NAM is a variable. Then NAM has been assigned a name Samson Paul in double quotation. So always remember, the string variables are to be assigned with the values enclosed in double quotes. Then we have another variable, string address. Here address is a variable, string is the data type. Address is equal to, in double quotes, 76, South Avenue, New York. So here we see that address is having some numbers, commas as special characters, and the characters, or you can say the words of street and the city. So here we have mixed type of data. So in the first case we had the name, the first name and the last name, and in the second case we have the address having different type of data values. The third example is for string sentence. Here sentence is a variable and string is a data type, and in sentence we are storing a sentence, I am going to school today. So this is an example of string variable. So we see three examples of different types of data stored in the string variables. So strings are used to store multi-character data in the computer. Fine, we come on to the next topic, that is creating string objects. You can create string objects also in Java by using the new operator. We can use it like this: string name is equal to new string Sachin. So Sachin will be stored as a data in the name object of string with this sort of a command line or statement in the program. String S1 is equal to new string. To create a empty object S1 of the string type, which will later on hold Vivek Singh as the name. Here we are saying S1 is equal to Vivek Singh in the next line. So first we create an empty object of the string type, and then we store the name of the student or a person in S1 object of string type. We have string name is equal to new string NAM. Now here we are assigning variable NAM up here as Samson Paul in the name object of string type. So here we see that the name object of string type will store ultimately the name Samson Paul in it, because NAM has been assigned earlier as Samson Paul. So this is how we can store the variable to the object by this method. So dear students, you see here two different methods of declaring the variables and assigning the values in the strings. Now here we will see how the string objects or string values are stored inside the computer. They are stored in the form of separate cellular form, that is, strings are stored as separated characters in the cellular form. We can see here in the table we have some cells in the table, and Sachin is the name. So Sachin will be stored in the cellular form like this. S will be in the first cell, A will be in the second cell, C will be in the third cell, H will be in the fourth cell, and I will be in the fifth cell, and N will be in the sixth cell. So there are total 6 cells, or you can say this is a sort of a table which stores the name in the cellular form inside the memory of the computer. Now each cell is known as the index. So however, the cell numbers start from 0 to 5. Total number of cells are however 6, but the cell numbers start from 0 to 5. So the indexes are known as cell numbers. So this is called the index number 0, index number 1, index number 2, index number 3, index number 4, index number 5. But the position, you can say that the position of S is 1, or you can say the location of S is 1, location of A is 2, location of C is 3, location of H is 4, location of I is 5, location of N is 6. So always remember, the location is always one more than the index value. Index starts from 0, but the location starts from 1. Or you can say the position starts from 1 and index starts from 0. So position or location are the same thing. Position is always one more than the index number. So here you must have understood the analogy of storing the strings in the memory of the computer. Now we try to understand some string functions which are used in the program for string manipulation. Now these are the functions. On the left side we have, in the second column, return type. In the third column we have the description of the function, and examples on the rightmost, that is the fourth column, examples are given. So we will understand one by one the use of string functions with their examples. First function is length function. This function, students, is used to find the length of the given string as an integer. Return type is integer, means the value returned as integer. It gives the length of the string. Now here we have example. Suppose we say string S is equal to Sachin Rai. Then we say int len. Len is the integer variable to hold the length of the string, is equal to S dot length. S is the variable of the string type and dot is the operator to be connected with the function length, and length is the function actually, and when it get connected to the length function, the value, that is Sachin Rai, the name, is calculated in terms of the number of characters, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So total length of the name is Sachin Rai, including the space also. So 10 will be stored in len, and the output, that is the value of len, will be 10. So here you can understand the length of the string Sachin Rai, which is stored in variable S, is 10. So I hope you have understood this function. Then the next function is character add. Now here inside the argument is int, means the value to be given here inside the argument has to be integer type, and the return type will be in the character type. Now this character add function gives the character at the specified index. That is, you give the index and the computer will print the specified character at that particular index in the string. So here we have the same example. String S is equal to Sachin Rai. Character ch is equal to S dot character add 3. That means at index number 3, which is that letter which is positioned at index number 3. So here we see S is at 0 position, A is at first position, or you can say index number 0 is S, index number 1 is A. So at index 0 we have S, at index 1 we have A, at index 2 we have C, index 3 we have H. So H is at index 3. So computer will take out that value, that is character H, and store it in CH, and output will be H. So here you have understood the use of character add. Then we have next function, index of. Inside the argument we have to give the character type. So we have to give the character, and the return type will be integer. This is just the opposite of character add. Gives the index of the first occurrence of the character in the specified string. So from the left side, whichever the first occurrence of the letter occurs, it will give the specified value of the index in that string. So string S is equal to Sachin Rai, int P is equal to S dot index of A. Now we have asked for the index number of A in the name Sachin Rai. Now Sachin Rai has two A's. In Sachin you have one A, in Rai also you have one A. But it will search for the first A, first occurrence of A in Sachin Rai. So first occurrence of A happens to be at the index number 1, because S is at 0, A is at 1. So int P is equal to S dot index of A means P will be returned, the value returned to P will be in the form of 1. That is, 1 is the index number of A. So P will store 1 and index of A will be 1. This is the first occurrence. Now we have another function last index of. This is just same as index of, but it actually gives you the last occurrence of the character in the specified string. Now here we have string s is equal to Sachin Rai, and we say int p is equal to s dot last index of a. Now this will do what? This will find the index of the last a, that is the second a present in Rai. So this a happens to be at the index number 8, so output will be 8. So last index finds the last index of the letter, and first index, if you want to find, then index of will be used. Okay, so these are the two variations in index of function. Then we have equals function, which takes the argument as a string and returns the boolean, means true or false. It returns the true or false as the return type. So compares two strings and returns true if they are exactly equal or false if they are not. So we have two strings here. String s1 is equal to Sachin and string s2 is equal to Sachin. See, both the names are same, but with a variation that in the second variable we have n as the capital letter, and in the first case we have s is a capital but all other letters are small. In the second case we have s and n, both are capital letters, others are small. So here we have a little bit variation, means s1 and s2 are exactly not equal. However, the spellings are same, but they are not equal in case. So we will have a check. Boolean x is equal to s1 dot equals s2. This is the syntax, how it is used. So x will hold true or false. Now what will happen? S1 is not equal to s2 because both are not same in the case. Cases are different. So x will become false. So the output will be false. So here you see that when you compare these two names, they are not same because of their cases. Now we have another variation in this, equals ignore case. String is the input and boolean is the return type. Compares two strings ignoring their cases, small or capital, and returns true if they are same in spellings or false if they are not. Now here you see s1 is equal to Sachin, s2 is equal to Sachin. Now the cases are different but the spellings are same. So when we say s1 dot equals ignore case, this will ignore the case and only consider the spellings which are same. So here the x will be true. So boolean x will be true. So here both will be equal. Means equals ignore case will actually ignore the case but only consider the spellings. So here we see equals ignore case has been explained. Now here ends with. Ends with is another function which checks whether the string ends with the specified string or not, value given to it. So the return type will be boolean, that is true or false. Here the example is string s is equal to new computer, boolean x is equal to s dot ends with ter. Now we are asking the computer whether this string ends with ter or not. So you see new computer, the last ter is equal to this ter which we have asked for. So here this will be true because new computer ends with ter string, which is true. So this is how we can check whether the particular string ends with a particular value of the given string or not. Then starts with, same as ends with, starts with also is the same. It checks whether the string starts with the specified value. S is equal to new computer, and we say boolean x is equal to s dot starts with new. So here it starts with new only, no problem. It is same, so it will be also true. Then we have another function called replace, character A comma character B. Now here we give two values as character type and the return type will be in the string form. First argument for old character and second argument for new character. So old character will be replaced by the new character. So in this what happens is it is used to replace all the occurrences of old character with the new character. Now here we have string s is equal to new computer and we say string s2 is equal to s dot replace in single quotes e comma in single quotes o, because characters are there, so single quotes have to be given. What we are doing here is we are replacing all e's with o's. So in new computer we have two e's, so all the e's will be replaced with o's. So here we will have now computer because NOW, because E will be replaced by O and computer, this last E also will be replaced by O. So it will become now computer. So this is the function of replace. It will replace the old character by the new character in all the occurrences of the string. Then substring. This substring actually returns the substring from the string starting from 8th index character up to the bth character index till bth minus 1 index. Now what does this mean? Now here substring actually incorporates two arguments, int a, int b. First a is for the start index and second b is for the end index. And here we have the example, string s is equal to new computer, s2 is equal to s dot substring 0, 3. 0, 3 means take out the letters from the string starting from 0 to 2, that is 3 minus 1. A is 0 and B is 3. So 3 minus 1, that is 2. So 0 to 2 means 0 is N, 1 is E and 2 is new. So new will be taken out and will be stored in S2. When we print S2, we will get NEW new as the substring of the main string new computer. So this is to take the part of the string from beginning to the in between, or from in between also, and from the last also, anywhere from anywhere you can take the strings out. The sub part of the string can be taken out. Now substring can be used in another form also. Substring can take only one argument also in case it is required, but that means that from 8th index up to the end of the string. Means if you say string s is equal to new computer, so string s2 is equal to s dot substring 4 means from 4th index to the last index. So from 4th index, C is at the 4th index up till the last, that is up till the end of the string, that is computer will be taken out. So if you give one argument, then this sort of output you will get. This is the use of substring in the second form. Now we come to the 12th function, that is trim. It trim or truncates all the spaces present in the beginning or at the end of the string. That is, here we see we have a string s is equal to trim spaces, and in front of trim we have some spaces, and at the end also we have some spaces. So when we say string s2 is equal to s dot trim, it will trim means it will truncate or cut the spaces from the beginning and at the end also, and without spaces, trim spaces will be printed. So this is to trim or cut the spaces in the beginning and at the end of the string. Now to lowercase. This converts the characters in the string to lowercase. If the string is in the capital letter, it will convert it to small letters. So string s is equal to computer in capital letters, string s2 is equal to s dot lowercase. So output of s2 will be computer in the small case. So this is to convert capital to small. And here uppercase, to uppercase will convert all the small letters to uppercase letters. So this is string s is equal to computer in small case, string s2 is equal to s dot to uppercase. Output of s2 will be computer in uppercase because this converts the small letters to capital letters. Then value of. This is used to convert any integer value in the string form. We can do many functions to find out the length of the string or to do many other types sort of calculations, which we will do in some programs in coming sessions. So this is a very important function to convert any integer or other value into a string value. So we can see here int a is equal to 45, string s is equal to string dot value of a. Now a is 45, and when we convert it into string, 45 gets converted into a string in the variable s in the string form. So it actually gets occupied inside the double quotes. Suppose we have float a is equal to 89.98 and we say string s is equal to string dot value of a. So 89.98 gets converted into a string and gets stored in s as 89.98 in double quotes. Now if we find the length of this, we can find the length very easily. Just say int l is equal to s dot length, and the length will be 5 because we see here 5 characters, 8, 9 and dot and then 9 and 8. So we have 5 characters, so the length will be 5. This is how we can find the length of any given number by converting it to a string and then finding the length. Then we have value of string. Now this is actually to convert any string into an integer. Suppose any number which is in the string form and you want to convert it into a number, into an integer value. So we can do it just reverse of this. String s is equal to 45 given in double quotes as a string. Int y is equal to integer dot value of. Now here earlier we had string dot value of. Now here we have integer dot value of. This will convert the 45 in a string form into the integer value in y. So when we say int d is equal to y by 5, that is 45, string gets converted to integer 45, and 45 divided by 5 gives you 9. So here integer calculation can be done or mathematical calculation can be done easily. So this is how to convert any string into an integer. Then we have toString. This is also same as value of earlier. To convert any integer into a string with a different type of function. This is the function integer.toString will convert the value 45 into a string and store it in S. Same way float, here we have to say float, float float dot toString will convert the float number into a string value 89.98, and we find the length, we can find the length also as 5. This float and integer or this integer, these are wrapper classes and these are used for different type of functions. We will understand wrapper classes in detail in next coming session, and there we will have the use of more wrapper classes. But as of now you can understand this is the method to be used for converting an integer into a string value, and to find out the length or other features can be also done in the programming. Now we have another function known as compare to. This is very important function. It compares two strings lexicographically, that is dictionary wise, and returns an integer 0 if exactly same. If the first string is greater than the second string, then returns a positive integer, and if the first string is less than the second string, then returns a negative integer. Now the value returned after comparing two strings is in the form of an integer. Strings are here, s1 is equal to new and s2 is equal to new. Now this new is in small letters and this new, the first letter is capital, others are in small. Now students, you know that everything in computer is stored in the form of Unicode. In Java, Unicode is used to store the letters. So every letter is being given a Unicode, and this actually function uses the Unicode system of comparing two values of strings. Now here we say int c is equal to s1 dot compare to s2. It compares lexicographically. It checks whether small n and capital N are same or not. They are not, because Unicode of capital N is 78 and Unicode of small n is 110. So it will actually find the difference and see which one is greater. So n small is greater than the capital N. So 110 minus 78, it is, the difference is 32. So output of C will be 32. So this will be a positive value. However, this is not significant in terms of any such calculations, but what we have to understand that the value is positive. In case S2 is small new and S1 is capital NEW, then it will be minus 32, because then S2 will become greater and S1 will become smaller. So this is how S1 is greater here and S2 is smaller here. So when the first one is greater than the second one, the value is positive, and when the first one is smaller than the second one, then the value is negative, and both are same, exactly same. Suppose both are capital NEW, then it will be 0, because then there will be no difference in their Unicodes. So it will be 0. So this is how you can understand the usage of compare to function in the program. Then concat. Concat is used for concatenating or joining the strings in order of given sequence. Now suppose we have a string s1 is equal to new, s2 is equal to computer, and we say a string s3 is equal to s1 dot concat s2. This will concatenate, means join the strings, and after joining s3 will become new computer. Now see here, new is not having any spaces either in the beginning or at the end, but computer has been left with one space. This is to leave a gap between new and computer, otherwise they will be joined together and we will not understand the difference between the words. So new computer are two different words. So in case to understand, we have to give one space in front of computer, so that space is also included in the joining, and new computer becomes as a single sentence with a gap in between. So this is how it is done. Suppose we say string s4 is equal to s2 dot concat s1. Now we have changed the order. First we had joined s1 with s2, now we are joining s2 with s1. Now here the order is changed, so it will become computer new, because after computer also we have left one space, so that space will be joined with new and it will become computer new. So the order will be as given in the function. As the function is given, as we give it in the function, the order is followed and output is obtained. Now here we have string 1 plus string 2. This plus sign is also used for joining the strings. In case you don't want to use concat function, you can use plus sign also. S1 is equal to new, S2 is equal to computer, S3 is equal to S1 plus S2. In same order, new computer. If we give S4 is equal to S2 plus S1, then order will be changed. It will become computer new. So this is also one method of joining the strings. So I hope you have understood the use of functions in the program using strings. Now we will go on to the programming part, where we will see the methods, how they are implemented in the program. Now we will this program I have written for you. This program is a complete program which deals with all the functions which I have explained one by one. You can understand, and we will follow the output in the terminal window. Now we will just try to understand the program. The object is already there. We will just run the function. Now when we run this function, the computer first asks the enter the string to find its length. So first function is length function. We will check the length. Suppose we give some value, my computer. This is the value we give, and we want to find out the length. We press enter. The length of the string my computer is 11. So total characters including the space is 11. This is the length of the my computer string. Now we have second function, enter the string. We enter the string, say computer, and press enter. It will ask another string. We say computer, computer. Both strings are same. This is to check the equality. So equals function, equal to function is being used. Both the strings are same, cases are also same, so they are same. So equal to function is checked here, and the value true is taken out, and they are same. Now we have another equals ignore case, computer, press enter, another string computer. Now we see spellings are same, but the first letters are different, but still the spellings are same. So this is equals ignore case. Both strings are same because equals ignore case is being used here, and we check for the equality ignoring the case. We have another string here, say computer, press enter, enter the index at which we want to find the character. Now suppose we want to find out character P, so we give the index at suppose 4. Computer will give you character at index 4 in the string is U, that is U is at the 4th index. Now we enter the string computer, character, suppose you want to find the index of P, it will say P is at index number 3. Enter the string computer, enter the character to last index. Now in computer we have no 2 characters, so last index suppose we find E. E is at 6th position. Enter the string. We have another string, suppose computer only. Enter the string starts with, we say CO. So it will say yes, the string starts with CO. Enter the string computer, end with TER. So it will say yes, it ends with TER. Enter the string, suppose we say computer. Enter the old character to be replaced. So we want to replace E with O. We get O as the new character. So we say E with O. So here we see that the computer last E has been replaced by O. Now we have another string computer only. From where to start the extracting the character? Suppose we want to take out PUT. Now PUT, the P starts at which index? That we have to give. P starts at 3 index and T ends at which index? That is it will ask you the last. So we will give 6. So it will take out PUT because 6 minus 1 is 5. So 3 to 5, 3, 4 and 5, that is PUT will be taken out, and substring is taken out as put from computer. Now we have taken out computer again, taken computer as a string. Suppose you want to take TER. TER starts at which position? That is 5. So from 5 we want to take out. So 5 onwards till the end all the letters will be taken out. So TER will be taken out. Enter an integer. Now we enter an integer. Suppose 45. So the length of 45 is 2. This is to find the length, converting the integer into a string. Now we enter an integer as a string. So suppose we enter 45. So 45 divided by 9, it has converted into a integer, and it divided by 9 gives you 5. Then enter the first string. Suppose we give first string as computer. Second string as computer. Now first string is greater than the second. Why? Because small c is having greater Unicode as compared to capital C. So therefore the first is greater than the second. The value is given in positive integer. That is use of compare to function. Now we use the value of function. First string, that is computer. Second string, this is joining of strings. This is to join the strings. First is joined with the second one. This is the end of the session. I hope you have understood the uses of functions very well, and we will meet in the next session to explain you some more programs on strings. Thank you and have a nice day.